Hey everyone, welcome to Wednesday night racing at Hellyer Velodrome. This is the Cat 3-4 omnium. We're doing a missing out up first. So last person across the line on every lap gets pulled until in a missing out when you're down at three people, you have a neutral lap where nobody gets pulled and then the three people sprint for first, second, and third. And so I'm using the tactic of riding near the front and burning matches. So making sure that I'm out of trouble. And you'll see the three of us who all decided to ride the front, me, Wei, and Florian, the three of us riding across the front right now, we ended up being the final three. So strategy worked out pretty well for all of us. During the missing out, especially with a smaller field, like I think we only had 10 people. It's not like the UCI races that you see on GCN where there's 20 or 30 people on the track and you can hide in the pack. Like we started with 10, so you kind of got to be spending energy the whole time. Whether you want to be spending energy riding at the front or trying to pit people at the line every time is kind of up to you, but you definitely have to spend some energy. I think we're down to maybe 4 people here. But you can see being on the inside is sometimes a bad place to be because you just don't have any space. So like the guy on the bottom there, we didn't really give him space to come around, so he was sort of stuck behind the first rider who was in the sprint lane. So you got to be careful down there. So made it to the finale. We're down to 3. So this next lap, there's no sprint, and then the next time through, we're sprinting for first, second, and third. And so everybody's looking at each other now. I like that I'm last. I wanted to be sneaky on these guys, but they looked back like as soon as I decided to jump there, and they were just looking right at me, so I kind of let up for a second, and then went again. I don't think I faked anyone out, but I eased off on this curve a little bit, because it is a long ways around, and this was going to start pushing it here, but Wei comes past me flying, so I had to go really hard here. I thought he was going to ride away from me, but I ended up having a pretty good second wind here and came back at him, and I ended up just getting him on the line. So took the win in that one, which is some pretty good omnium points. Next event was the points race. So we had 18 lap points race, which means we sprinted every 6 laps, had 3 sprints. I'm just going to show you the sprint laps. That was when all the interesting stuff happened. So we're coming into the first sprint here, and Matt is giving me a pretty good lead out. I was talking to him after, and I think he thought that the sprint lap was there and not on the next one. So ended up being a perfect lead out for me. I happened to be behind him, and I'm going to come around in, and I don't think anybody really can test this until late somebody comes up, but I'm going to take the first sprint, so that's 5 points for me. Yeah, Wei was coming back at me at the end there. It's kind of the same characters in every race in this outing. Oh, and you see Florian attacking again. Same 3 of us. But that attack ended up being inconsequential. I'm going to skip ahead. We see him getting brought back there, and we're rapidly approaching the next sprint. And I like where I'm at near the front. Maybe a little bit too close to the front here. I think I'm going to end up getting stranded on the front with like coming into the one to go for the sprint. Yeah, Wei pulls up, and I should have just pulled up track 2, but I stayed on the front. Oh, I do. Good job. Oh yeah, but I pulled up right as they were opening the sprint. So I guess at least I didn't lead out the sprint, but it's a big effort when you're not carrying much momentum there. And I don't think I'm able to come around these guys. Maybe one of them? Let's see. Yeah, get one of them. So second on this sprint. I might have won it. Actually, I don't remember. It's close. And then we got some separation from the rest of the field, so I hit a little attack here, which sprinting through the point sprints, or like sending an attack through the point sprints, is a good time to do it because everybody's pretty tired. And sometimes you get separation from the sprint, so like you already have that initial gap. So I decided to give it a try, but I think there's 4 of us out in front. They were wise to it, so they come back. But everybody sat up as soon as they came back to me, so I just countered my own move. Went down to the bottom of the track and sent it again. And this time it stuck. Florian came with me. So we had 2 of us out the front. We worked together really nicely. He was probably too nice to me in the end here. With like 2 to go, he still came through. We had a pretty sizable gap. And I'm going to attack him off of his last pull here. Yeah. And send it for a lap and a half. And end up winning this sprint. And last sprint's worth twice as many points as the other ones, so plenty of points to win the points race in total. So I've won both of the first 2 Omnium events at this point. Now the last one is a scratch race, which is just like every road race. First person across the line at the end wins, and that's it. None of the intermediate stuff. And this whole race I've been kind of aggressive, been throwing a few pretty hard moves earlier in the race, but nothing stuck. I got brought back, and you're going to see move at the top of the track here. Same players as we had all night, and he gets some separation here. Everybody's kind of looking at each other. I think this is with like 6 to go, so nobody wants to commit to it. See, we start to wind it up here, but nobody really commits to this chase, and he ends up sticking the gap there. So here I am. He's on the front helping with the chase. I was pretty tired from after the points race, honestly. I didn't have as much left in the chase as I thought I would. So we're coming down to the field sprint for second, because you can still see Florian out there in front of us. I think we're coming up to 1 to go. Andrew on the front there is a pretty good sprinter. Definitely dangerous. Yeah, he's going to open it up first. It's just a 1-lap sprint now, which isn't really what I wanted. And because that's why I was putting in the digs earlier in the race to try and get separation, but ended up missing the move. I think I still take it's 3rd in the group, which is 4th overall, which was enough omnium points for me to secure the overall omnium win. So some more good upgrade points. Thanks for watching, everyone.